Frank Fairfield. I'm going to play a little bit of down-home music. Feel kind of silly in a place like this playing these silly little fiddle tunes, but anyhow, I'm going to play some of the lovely ignorant music I like to play. And here's I'm going to start off with some southwestern fiddle tunes. And I find myself more and more often trying to convince people that, there's these misconceptions about the banjo and any kind of fiddle music. Everything it's called Appalachian. If anybody's playing a fiddle, they always say Appalachian music. And it seems to disregard so much of the great traditions of down-home musicians from all over the country that came here from all sorts of parts of the world. So I'm from the Southwest, and I like to play a lot of these tunes that are a lot more common throughout the Southwest. And so I'm going to play a couple of, start off with some mazurkas that I like to play quite a bit, and some mostly associated with the Tejanos, the Spanish Texans. A lot of my family comes from Galicia, northern Spain, and all that. They settled in Texas a long time ago. And so anyhow, it's enough of me. So I'm going to play some little mazurkas, which are usually more called redovas over there, redowa. And so start off with these mazurkas, maybe go into some polkas and other maybe a couple of jigs. There's a tune I like to throw in there sometimes called the Boston Fancy that was propagated by a man named Melly Dunham, who was the great champion fiddler of Maine. He was a very, very well-known fiddler in this country for a period of time, and now he is pretty well swept under the rug. No one ever really talks about him, but he was a pretty interesting guy. But anyhow, I guess I didn't. I'm not here to talk. I'm here to play. So here we go. Here's a little. Start off with a tune called Captain Canelo, a little old Spanish mazurka. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's not much left on this thing. I'm going to pick up another point. Especially some of those last couple of tunes might be familiar to some of you. That's Sally Johnson there at the end, and then a very common tune called The Wild Horse. And that's an old reel. It goes way back. I don't always sing the most appropriate songs, so I'm trying to think of, I don't try to be crass, but there's some songs that I don't think are very nice for children, so I'm going to try my best. She lives in town, little Liza Jane. She bakes my whole cakes nice and brown, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Got a little gal, you know it's true, little Liza Jane. She don't where no, yes she do, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Smiling, that ain't all. Little Liza Jane, she's got a sweet little jelly roll. Little Liza Jane, oh, little Liza Jane, oh, little Liza Jane. Her teeth knocked in, little Liza Jane. She's a darn good girl for the shape she's in, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. At the Center of Performing Arts here, little Liza Jane. Sing a little cowboy song that I've been singing quite a bit lately. It's called A Jolly Group of Cowboys, and if you know anything about most cowboy songs, they don't tend to stay very jolly for long, so here's a little jolly group of cowboys. Discussing their plans one day. One said, I'll tell you something before I go away. You know I'm just a cowboy and dress most sleigh and reins. I used to be a gay one who had on great big chains. I have a home in Texas, say good one, do you know? But boys, I have not seen it since years and years ago. I'm going back to Texas, I'm going to see them all. I'm going to see my mother when the work's all done this fall. That very night this cowboy went out to stand his guard. The winds were fiercely blowing, 'twas storming very hard. His cattle all got frightened and ran in wild stampede. He tried his best to guide them by riding at full speed. Riding in the darkness so loudly he did shout. He tried his best to stop them by turning their heads about. His saddle horse then stumbled, then unto him did fall. No, he'll not see his mother when the work's all done this fall. They picked him up so gently, they laid him on the bed. The cowboys all then gathered to see if he was dead. He opened up his blue eyes and gazing all about, said, boys, my last step taken, I'll never roam around. George, you take my saddle, and Jim, you take my bed. Tom, you take my pistol after I am dead. I'm going to my new range, I've heard my master's call. I'm going to see my mother when the work's all done this fall. All right, that's it. He's going to see his mother when the work's all done this fall. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I apologize. This poor bow is really falling apart on me, and this fiddle is, this violin is harsh enough, and but anyhow. professional entertainer over here. All right. That helps out a little bit. Sorry, I have a hard time hearing here. All right, that's close enough. So I'm going to play a few more southwestern tunes. This time, start off with a couple of waltzes, and then maybe go into some hornpipes. I'm going to start off with a waltz common to Arizona called Escudilla Waltz, and then play another Tejano waltz called the Elvira Waltz, and then go off into some hornpipes and some other things. So here's the Escudilla Waltz. hard to hear in here. It never comes back. It just keeps going. All right, so here's another little song. Sinner man, he's gone to cheat and steal. Sinner man, he's gone to cheat and steal. Sinner man's gone to cheat and steal, picking pockets just to get a meal. But oh Lord, someday you'll be free. Sinner man, he stands at the gates of hell. Sinner man lay down at the gates of hell. Sinner man at the gates of hell, sitting by the fire might do him well. But oh Lord, someday you'll be free. Sinner man lay down his head and cried. Sinner man lay down his head and cried. Sinner man lay his head and cried. Don't you know you're born to die? But oh Lord, someday you'll be free. Said once was a sinner, but now I believe I'm through. Said once was a sinner, but now I believe I'm through. Now, boy. Saying once was a sinner, but now I'm through. What more can a poor boy do? But oh Lord, someday you'll be free. To hide my face. When I went up to the rock to hide my face, went to the rock to hide my face. The rock cried out, no hiding place. But oh Lord, someday you'll be free. Looks like I've wasted a lot of time. We're starting to run short here, so. do another couple of songs. I'm going to sing a pretty little nostalgic number. You know, a lot of these songs are just common songs, common throughout the country, that had been around for maybe a little while now. Some of them might be old reels that come from the old countries, and then some of these are sheet music songs and things that the country sang at one point and continue to sing in some regard, and some people still play this music. And anyhow, here's a common little sheet music song called "In the Cottage by the Sea." It was written by John Thomas Rogers, I think was his name. I think he was Welsh, but he was a very prolific songwriter in this country, and wrote a lot of pretty little songs. I think this was written in 1856, and you know, in the 1850s, 60s, 70s, there's a lot of these nostalgic ballads written in that time, particularly during Reconstruction, during so-called Reconstruction. There's a lot of, you know, all these songs of the people like Stephen Foster, who was real famous for the nostalgic songs that he would write, and Charles Harris and W.S. Hayes make up these songs about the little log cabin in the lane and the way out on the Swanee River with the old folks at home and the dear old home I left down on the farm, and this real lonesome feeling for the good old days. We were real nostalgic back then in the 1850s, you know. They were real lonesome for the good old days. And there's always been nostalgia, I think, whenever there's any separation from the ground and people start to feel like, boy, I think we had it better when life was hard and we were the barefoot days. Maybe we were a little happier then. Maybe, you know, when people depend on themselves. So anyhow, there's always been this nostalgia. I've been saying lately that nostalgia isn't what it used to be, I guess. But so here's a little nostalgic number called "The Cottage by the Sea." Before me, forms and scenes from long ago, like a dream they hover o'er me, calm and bright as evenings glow, days that know no shade of sorrow, when my heart was pure and free, to hail each coming morrow in that cottage by the sea. In the cottage by the sea. In that cottage by the sea. I could hear my mother praying in that cottage by the sea. Fancy scenes, the rose trees twining around that old and rustic door, and below the white beach shining, where I gathered shells of yore. Hear my mother's gentle warning as she took me on her knee, and I feel again life's morning in that cottage by the sea, in the cottage by the sea, in that cottage by the sea. I could hear my mother praying in that cottage by the sea. By me, though mid-fair scenes I roam, but I'll never cease to love thee, childhood's dear and happy home. And when life's long day is closing, oh how pleasant it could be in some faithful breast reposing in that cottage by the sea, in the cottage by the sea, in that cottage by the sea. I could hear my mother praying in that cottage by the sea. I'm very nearly out of time, so I don't know if I've got enough time to do another quick little thing, but I don't know. What do you think? Is there time for another one quick one? One more quick one. I'm pretty bad at keeping it quick. So, it's been an honor to be here, and I apologize that this is all you got. So, I don't know how much it costs you guys to get in here, but I know it costs you something to get parked in here. Boy, parking's expensive here. So I apologize. You guys had to pay to see this, but anyhow, I hope you've at least someone enjoyed something. And but anyhow. It's a pleasure to be here. But anyhow, I'll quit wasting time. I'm going to play, I guess, a quick abridged version of a common song called Rye Whiskey throughout the country, and then a genuine Texas fiddle tune called the Texas Farewell, and that'll be my farewell to you. So I hope I can see if I can. I'd dive to the bottom, I'd never come up. Jack-a-diamonds, I know you me greenback when I'm hard up religion when I die. Jack of diamonds, I know you from old.